Check this out. So I got a special message for you today, and it's not good news. Um, we may be looking at a lockdown here really soon. I'm hearing rumors of a round two on the 16th of this month. You heard that? Guys, I'm going to speak around this so as not to trigger any of the censorship crap. Um, it's coming. It's getting ready to affect you. We had round one of this stuff. Maybe this is round two. I don't know, but there is so much stuff coming together. You guys know. Look, I'm an HVAC business coach, trainer. You know, my niche is the little guys. Mid-sized guys, I'm there for you too. The big guys, they've got these big expensive programs. I'm taking care of you. That's what I do. And this one is no exception. I'm actually probably going to shift. I'm eligible for monetizing this channel, and I decided not to. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give money to YouTube and everything else. I'm gonna figure out a way to give you better training at just as cheap as possible, because you need it, and you're really going to need it as soon as this comes. Now listen to what I'm going to tell you. Fall of 2021, Black Swan event. A black swan is just like this thing that happens that like people are going, oh my God, where'd that come from? Okay, it's coming. The inflation has been happening. You don't feel it as much. Now, we have seen equipment shortages, manufacturing shortages, due to they can't get employees just like we can't. This is all changing right now. Multiple price increases. Look what happened with lumber. They were making a killing. They were making money big time. But it's getting ready to change. We're going to see prices pull back. And the public is going to think that, oh, this is good. And you're going to start seeing prices go down and down and down. And the buying patterns are going to be affected by this. People are going to start holding their money on larger purchases. And that's why I want to talk about service. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. But consider some of these items here. I've got a couple of notes so I don't miss anything. The government's going to start cutting all the stimulus programs. Unemployment money is going to start running out. Those people sitting around at home that don't want to work, guess what? They're going to start hitting the streets looking for work because they have to. There's not going to be enough money for them. People will no longer be able to sit around. There will be a push to get people back to work. The pendulum's coming back the other way. Remember how round one created all these replacement, and we saw all these equipment replacements that were coming? The pendulum's coming back the other way. Mark my words. Inflation has created this, but this is called deflation. And deflation, if you're not familiar with it, it's different. One affects the other, but it lasts decades. This is not good. What's that saying? If something can't last forever, eventually it's just going to stop. This stuff can't last forever. And so the stoppage is coming. Oh, we've been hearing that. It's coming. Everything's lined up. I've been watching this SEC lawsuit with Ripple, which is the digital asset, digital currency that the governments are in banking systems, central banks, Federal Reserve, all of them, BIS, the highest monetary systems, they're utilizing this. This is why I told you guys, go buy XRP. Now you can't get it because there's a lawsuit. The story goes deeper. The story goes deeper. I'm going to talk more liberal about this. I'm doing a live on Thursday off of these platforms, and I'll drop the link somewhere here, but we'll go deeper about this. But the consumer goods are going to drop in price. People are going to say, oh, that's good. Government handouts are going to be reduced. Companies are going to be making less profits. So because prices are dropping, but their costs are the same or going up, they're making less profits. So how do they make up for that? They're going to let people go. If they're not essential, they're gone. People need to work, so they're going to start looking for work. The companies are not going to be able to grow and expand, because the stimulus money from the government, that's going to be gone. It's going away, guys. We're getting ready to be thrown out there. And if you haven't heard, I think it was Wells Fargo. They announced that they're cutting credit lines. They don't want to give out credit cards. They don't want to extend credit, and this is coming to businesses as well. I'm already hearing about that. They don't want to extend you credit because they want to hold on to their cash for themselves. Now, why is that? Something's coming. The stock market right now, the SEC, Security and Exchange Commission, just created a special program to save the market from crashing because of a massive short squeeze that's happening right now, or it's getting ready to happen. But because these hedge funds, they've abused the system, they're all corrupt, it's coming. All this stuff is lining up. So they've got a special clearinghouse where they're going to set all these stocks so they don't go in some massive sell-off. They're trying to say this, but something's lining up, guys. And if we go into this deflation, where consumer and asset prices decrease and purchasing power increases, people hold their money and they're waiting for a better price, and it affects you. We've been through the Japan is 30 years in this. This is a decade system, 10 years, 20 years. This is going to be a while. So what we have to do is look at the current HVAC business model that we have, and we have to say, okay, is this going to work going forward? It's not. We have to adjust it. So I've got a program that I'm going to be talking about this Thursday live. It's not going to be recorded, and well, I may record it, but I'm not going to put it on Facebook or YouTube or anything like that. We're going to be talking about something called the consultative service call. And what this is, since all of your equipment sales are going to be affected, you're going to see less, we're going to make that up over on the service side. How? Not by selling, by being better service techs, by putting a process in place that allows your customers to understand and buy for themselves. And so instead of having to go to 3 service calls, you do 3 calls on one job while you're there. You go ahead and take care of this, you go ahead and take care of that. How? Why? We slow down, we do a better job, and we communicate in a way that they get it. Now, the psychology of this is mind-blowing, it's powerful, it works, and it's going to blow you away, and you don't need to be a salesperson to do this. This is why your service technicians will love it. If you're small, you'll love this. Right? You're going to have to compete with the big companies. They're going to start, the bonuses are already, what, $5,000 for a new sign-on bonus for the big companies in some major cities? What's that going to look like as times get even worse? Where your employees going to be loyal? You need to be ready for this. I would say before the New Year's, possibly a little bit after, but if you remember this video 2-3 months from now or early next year, just remember, Pete talked about that. And I'm no guru. I'm following financial people as well, but not the mainstream necessarily, the story that they're all throwing around, because that stuff's watered down. Just remember, the world's a stage, and we can't believe everything. And again, I'm kind of speaking around this because I don't want to get in trouble with who. But so we'll talk about this a lot more liberal, because we're going to do this on a private platform, not on the social media. And we're going to open this up and go a little deeper into this, and why making this change now and get trained for this now allows you to shift on the fly. But the way this happens, consumers aren't going to understand. People aren't going to understand. Business owners like you are not going to understand what's going on. Oh, wow, this is great. Prices are coming down. No, it's not. And so it's going to catch you before you know it, and we'll look back and say, wow, this thing started in July, August, and we never saw it coming. We never saw it happening. And here we are. Tough times are coming. We need to change the current business model, which is very profitable and it's very good. But we have to acclimate to the economy and shift. Now, you should implement these during good times as well, because it's just it's profitable. It's the right thing to do. But this really gives you something that you can rely on when things slow down. Think about who's depending on you. Think about those people that look to you to take care of them, not just employees, but family members, yours and your employees. You'll see everybody's going to say, well, got to start advertising again. They're going to throw that money. As the pie gets smaller, so does your slice. The pie, all the people calling for service, or they calling for estimates on equipment replacement, as there are fewer calling, the competition between you and those around you gets steeper, because everybody wants that lead, everybody wants that sale. So who's willing to pay the biggest price? Your relationship right now with your existing customers is more important than ever. Get them on a maintenance agreement if you don't have them. Get them on a periodic visit. Build those relationships. Appreciate what you've got. Hopefully you've got enough to sustain you. You know, it used to be what, a 1,000 maintenance agreement pretty much meant you were $1 million business. It's higher than that now, but once we skew back, I think we might be closer to that number. You know, we can get a greater GP on that. No, we can't. It's going to change things. We'll break that down and start playing out these different scenarios. But the point is, we got to be ready. The business model is going to change. The economy is changing. We have to adapt accordingly. Oh, Pete, we've been hearing about this for years. Yeah, I know. But remember the saying, if something can't last forever, one day it's going to change. One day it's going to stop. And the stars are lining up. I mentioned the Security Exchange Commission. I mentioned the lawsuit against Ripple. I mentioned the digital asset movement. They act like they're trying to catch up with China. That's horse, you know what. If you guarantee you they're 10 years ahead of China and they're not talking about it. The agreements have been made. I've seen the documents myself online. Major government organizations at the central bank level, that, you know, they know what they're doing. Once this goes digital currency, once they get to the point where they finally take away the paper, and who knows how long that'll take. But think about that. You have no paper money and it's all digital. What's to stop them from going negative interest? And now your bank balance just goes down and down and down as it sits in the bank. It means you got to go spend it because you can't pull it out and carry it. You know, there's all this different scenario. We don't know, but wave 2 is supposed to be coming. There's some type of, you know, delta, you fill in the bowl, you know what I'm saying. This is supposed to be coming, okay? No matter where you sit on this side of the view, it's going to change our business, and that's what I want to focus on. I've got my opinions, you've got yours, and, you know, in many cases, let's just agree to disagree, but the point is, we need to be preparing, and Pete's here for the little guys. Pete's here for the smaller guys. I work with companies, you know, much larger, obviously. We do some sales training, we do some technician training, and mostly we do that cultural customer interaction training because it's that bond with your customer and the way the customer perceives your company that keeps them calling you back. And you're going to see a lot of chucks in a truck. Well, that's going to be common. That may be you. You may not have any other option other than go out there and do the hustle. Anyway, Pete Ramsey, HVAC Greatness. Hopefully you'll join me on that, and I'm going to see if I can figure out how to stop this thing. I'll see you on the other side. If you're on Facebook, HVAC Greatness is a private group. I've got the meeting this Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. The link is posted there. It's also in some of my more recent videos because I've been talking about this and because it's important. You know, we need to be talking about this. Anyway, talk to you on the next one.